In the last video, we created the manuscript and the cover of a recipe book, and in today's video, we want to pick the keywords and upload our book on KDP platform. As always, before we start, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you. I decided to create a series of 2 videos covering all the steps of creating and uploading a book on Amazon KDP. In the previous video, we designed and created the interior and the cover of a recipe book, and this video is all about keyword research and uploading a book to KDP platform. I'm going to pretend to upload a book and go through all the steps with you, and I'm going to try to do this as much real time as possible, so that you guys can see how long it takes and how fast it is. Of course, you're gonna have to think through some stuff and have some things prepared. But I'm gonna hope that this makes sense, and if you had any questions, let me know. I'm going to try to walk through the whole process, but I'm not gonna show you how to sign in or make an account. But of course, you will need an account to do this. Okay, let's start with keywords. Today, I'm going to use my favorite tool, Helium 10, for our keyword research. But I do have a comprehensive video about different tools for keyword and niche research, which I will link down below. So once you're logged in, your main page should look like this. Now you can use the magnet tool right here to directly search for a keyword like a recipe notebook to get the similar keywords, or instead we can do a reverse engineering. Let me show you what I mean. Go back to Amazon, search recipe notebook, and also check off paperback. Now we want to grab the ASIN number of the top 3 books. I use an extension to see the ASIN number on the main page, but if you don't like to use any tool, you can find the ASIN number in the product page. So click on the product and scroll down to the bottom of the page, and the ASIN number is right here. Now open your notepad and write down the ASIN number of the top 3 books with the lowest bestsellers rank. Now let's go back to Helium 10. This time I'm going to use the Cerebro tool. So for each book, enter the ASIN number and hit search. And then copy and paste your list to an Excel sheet. Do this for all 3, and at the end, go to your Excel file. And let's remove the columns we don't need, and then I'm going to filter this column in descending order. I also want to filter out some of the words I don't want in our search. For example, let's remove keywords that include Amazon choice from our list. Now, starting from the top, choose the best and most relevant keywords. We need at least 7 keywords. And make sure you copy and paste all 7 keywords to your notepad. The higher the score, the better. If you found something that you can use for your title, you can change that on your cover. So the next step is to find our categories. And I use BookBowl category finder for this. I will leave its link down below. Just type in a word and it will give us all the related categories. Let's copy and paste our category on a notepad. Now that we have our keywords and categories, it's time to upload them to our KDP account. So we are just gonna click paperback, and then once you get to this page, you're gonna have different sections to fill out. So in the title section, we are going to put the exact title we have on cover. And in subtitle, you can use some of our keywords or give more information about the book. For example, the fact that it is blank, or maybe the size. Let me show you how the title and subtitle will look like on Amazon. For example, in this book, the first part, My Recipes, is a title and the rest is subtitle. So Amazon will divide your title and subtitle with a colon. The next step is to come up with an author name. You can have a different pen name for each book, but I would suggest using the same name for similar books. In a separate video, I will show you how to create an author page to showcase all of your products in the same place. Just remember, after you publish your book, you can't change the book title, subtitle, and author name. For the description, you can use a little bit of HTML to make it look fancy and drag more attention to the features that are important. If you know a little bit of coding, you can simply write down your HTML code here or use an HTML editor like me. I use a website called html-online.com, and I will leave the link down below. So you can simply write down your description in the left box and it would automatically generate an HTML code for us. For this section, I always answer two questions. First, who would want to use this journal? And I also tell details about the journal, such as how many pages it has, the size, and if it's a matte or glossy finish, and stuff like that. For the next section, if you created the book, always choose the first option. And then for the keywords, I'm gonna bring my notepad and copy and paste them here. Next, we are going to select our categories. So click on choose categories, and from left to right, find the category and subcategories. And let's mark no for adult content. And let's save and continue. So on the next page, we are going to actually upload and preview our book to check for formatting and print quality issues. In the first box for print ISBN, if you're not a publisher and don't have your own ISBN, just assign a free KDP ISBN to your book. For the publication date, if you're publishing the book for the first time, just leave it empty. If not, just put the date you first published the book, but remember, you can't change this date after you publish it. The next section is the most important part of our video. On this part, you can select the ink and paper color, the trim size, release setting, and cover finish. So for our book, I'm gonna go with black ink and white paper, and for size, I'm gonna choose 8.5 by 11. And we didn't have any bleed, so I'm gonna choose no bleed. And finally, for our cover, I personally prefer the matte finish. The next step is our manuscript and cover. So here we wanna upload the interior and cover we created in the last video. By the way, I uploaded the recipe book interior we created together in the last video on my Gumroad shop. You can download that for free and upload it here. I will leave the link for my Gumroad shop down below. So upload your manuscript here, and for our cover, since we have our own cover, click on the second option and upload your file. Once you got the green box for both manuscript and cover, click on Previewer. This will show you a preview of your book. We will also find out if our book has any bleed or size issue in this previewer. It could take a couple of minutes for the previewer to prepare our file. After several minutes, this is what you will see, and it's a quality check. If there is anything that you need to do or change, you will not be able to approve it, and you're gonna have to exit. But in this case, everything checks out good, and I'm just gonna hit approve. So then I'm gonna scroll all the way down because we don't need to do anything else on this page, and hit save and continue. And this is the pricing. If you want to choose a specific territories, this is where you do it, but I do all. And then the pricing. Choose a price where you're comfortable with the royalty. To put it simply, I usually recommend setting your price as the average price of that category. I also have my own strategy for high competition categories. I always check the price of the 3 best books in that category and try to set the price a bit lower than them. Not with zero royalty, but something that makes sense and something that if I run ads on the book, I'm not at loss. And keep in mind, you can always come back and change your price afterward. In this case, let's do $6.99. And then once you're ready, make sure to hit publish, and then a pop-up will come up and will tell you it's gonna take about 12 to 72 hours to process. And once they approved your book, it's gonna be live and you don't have to approve anything else. So I hope this was helpful, and if you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who could benefit as well. Until next time, bye bye.